A žunkjakča. A šunge bez tjekim karnata. Če ne doma. Če kart ping pole kar jo. Toto reka. Kamera ma reke mi se vidite.
As the formation gets together in front of us, what do we mean by the Duxford Wing? Well, it was an approach adopted by number 12 group, of which Duxford was a part, advocated by Squadron Leader Douglas Barder, the boss of number 242 Squadron, and the Air Officer commanding number 12 group, Trafford Lee Mallory. It was felt that there'd be strength in numbers, having several squadrons flying together from Duxford of Spitfires and Hurricanes. This was the start of the last phase of the Battle of Britain. The big wing concept was first used on the 7th of September 1940. Numbers 242 Canadian and 310 Czech squadrons on Hurricanes, number 19 Squadron on Spitfires. That was the day German tactics moved away from the attacks on the defences and onto London. The big wing was directed by number 11 group to patrol North Wales. Was the valour displayed by the pilots, including 574 from countries outside the UK, among the 3,000 or so airmen officially recognised for their involvement in the Battle of Britain, and who became known as the Few. And all of them had tribute paid to them by Prime Minister Winston Churchill Collins on the 20th of August 1940.
Of turning the tide of the world war by their prowess and by their devotion. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few.
Where's like a big wing? Big wing.
and 6. Perfect.
You can stand it. Still can see it.
Oh, I'll leave one for you, Mike. You'll make the mark of this.
But also it's fashion. Deglorify war and the whole hippie generation.
The day on which the Luftwaffe mounted what was the heaviest raids yet on London. And the RAF responded in due force. The 15th of September.
Aircraft were launched in 2 attacks against London on Southeast England. About half of 175 raiders were known to have been destroyed by our fighters and anti-aircraft guns.
The Hurricane's the first of our big wing aircraft into land. You'll note just 3 of the 4 took part in the formation. The 4th suffered a minor technical snag and has just gone round to hold off to the north and will be landing back at the conclusion of the recovery. Now, in from the left, for their final brakes to land, the Spitfires.
Ладно, ти дякую, Ростер.
does so, time to credit the pilots and the operators who took part in that tremendous finale on the first day of our show. And on the last one, the IWS aircraft, flown by John Dowd, Superman Fighter Class 1, flown by Anna Walker, and the fighter collection in the hands of Rolf Neal. A single-seat Mark 9 is the old Flying Machine Company's aircraft, piloted by Paul Bonham. Comanche Fighter's aeroplane, which we've not seen in a display here for 23 years, with Brian Smith in the cockpit. The two-seat these, PR-11, the photographic reconnaissance one in the blue colour scheme, flown by Martin Overall. And last but not least, of the Spitfires, the Mark 14 of Fighter Aviation Engineering, flown by Alex Smith. The three Hurricanes that included the formation, and two security flown by Mike Collins. Pilots and the operators are on 2024 Duxford Wing. And we're going to be bringing that fourth Hurricane into land very shortly, with of course the hope that it'll be able to take a full part in tomorrow's display. But that concludes the flying here on the opening day of this year's
If you're taking a shuttle bus out of the site this evening, either to the Cambridge station, Trumpington Park or ride, Trumpington Park and ride, or the Audien station, the buses depart from outside the visitor centre, which is to the eastern end of the airfield.
And should we wave off them when you came in if you came in afterwards?
Exactly, I made a bit of a mouthful there.
Not at all. Now, of course, this is far from the end of IWM Duxford's season. I believe there will still be tickets tomorrow if you go online, available for the second day of this Battle of Britain Air Show if you'd like to return to us. But our final flying event of the season that promises to be a real treat. We'd absolutely loved having what basically amounts to a